Hi, I'm Rod Wilson with SV Home, and in this short video I'm going to give you an idea of what we do at SV Home and how you can utilize us to grow your business. So who is SV Home? We are a redeveloper of residential property, and we will typically come in with all cash as is and buy properties within 5 to 10 days. And our average turnaround time is about 90 days. We want to, buy and rehab and sell each one of our properties in under 100 days, and we have a 90-day target. We cover the entire Bay Area. I would say 70 to 80% of our transactions are in the South Bay, but we do go up the Peninsula and East Bay, and have looked at stuff even in the North Bay. And we've closed over 100 properties in the last year, and we're really kind of a volume player. And we want to do a lot of properties, and it allows us to keep our margins fairly low, which means we could typically buy more properties. And we're looking at homes in pretty much any price range, homes and condos, that is. And we've, our averages are in the $300,000 range for condos and about mid 400s for single family homes. But we have looked at homes in the $1 million plus range. So how to use us? Well, we're just your pocket buyer. If you work with us and go through some of these training videos and understand how to work with us, how to evaluate properties for us, how to figure out what's a deal and what's not, and then how to submit those transactions to us. So for those of you who are out there that are looking for an investor they can work with to expand their business, we'd like to be that investor. So how do you find deals? Obviously, if you have listings and you think it's a fit, you can do a quick evaluation and determine if it's something that we would buy. We have agents that have been successful doing MLS searches. These are just some ideas on search terms to use and how to really find opportunities that will be right for us. You could also use this in your marketing, where you now have a buyer that will buy pretty much any property on the market. And just other avenues that we've come across as far as finding potential deals is probate attorneys. Obviously doing drive-bys. If you see houses that have major deferred maintenance, we'd like to work with that seller and purchase that property. And we also look at investment properties as well. So what deals a fit? Pretty much anything. I think the majority of what we buy is, like I said, it has some issue. Either it's deferred maintenance or it's got some foundation or mold or something like that. But anytime you come across an opportunity that requires a cash buyer, we're definitely a fit for that. We have construction resources to where we're really not afraid to look at anything. Obviously, it's all a matter of time. If it's a tear down of a house, we'll look deep into that. That doesn't really fit our model, but on the development side of the business, we do look at those opportunities. Anything that has title issues, occupancy issues, like I said, we'll really look at anything. So here's some examples of what the look and feel of the properties. I would call it our product when we're all said and done. This particular property was kind of a typical hoarder. We took out about 6 dumpsters that big that you see there on the top, just stuff that was in the house. In fact, all of the plants and shrubs and trees were so overgrown you almost couldn't even see the house when we first purchased it. And the lower picture is kind of our product. You'll see that if you look at a lot of our different homes, we stay within a pretty consistent look and feel, color scheme, and I'll show you the interiors here in a minute. But on the average home that we purchase, rehab, and sell, we're going to stay within this color scheme, and we've determined that these colors work pretty well as far as curb appeal and just desirability of the ultimate end user. This is the interior of the house, and as you can see, when we got in, it was in pretty bad shape. Again, typical hoarder. In fact, this is one of the cleanest rooms in the house. And the bottom image is what we've done to it, and you'll see this. Like I said, it's pretty consistent across the board. If you go in, I would say 80-90% of our remodels, you're going to see a consistent look and feel. The same appliance package, the same lighting. We're doing bulk purchases on pretty much everything we do on the interior of a house. Obviously keeps our costs down, but more than that, we've actually determined what the broader market likes, and so we've tried to stay pretty consistent on that. We also provide a lot of value to you that you could pass on to your sellers, so it makes you invaluable to your seller if you're looking at listings. We're looking to offer the no drama approach to selling someone's home, whether it's a distress situation or it's a trust situation where you got heirs and they're just don't want to put any money in the house or don't have the money to carry it or whatever. We can come in and help those folks with a really quick and easy purchase. We're not going to do a bunch of inspections. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I mean, we're purchasing pretty much everything as is, and all cash. We can be very flexible with the seller if they need time to get their belongings out, or if they just want to leave a bunch of trash. I mean, I would say in a better than the majority of the cases, we're taking something away and hauling it away for the seller. And in a lot of situations, we'll actually do rent backs or help them move, or even provide some reload costs. So we like to think that we're a service. We're not trying to come in and steal the property from a seller. We're offering a service to that seller, or even a service to the bank, as far as be able to help them get a transaction closed, as well as providing some liquidity. Now, our process we've made as easy as we think as possible. We don't want to tell our realtor partners that they have to completely change the way they do business, but what you'll see in other videos, I mean, we have our own way of comping and evaluating opportunities, and then we have our the way that works best for us as far as being efficient and being able to evaluate them on our side, and have a pretty streamlined submission process. In that submission process, it's actually pretty simple. You basically comp it out, where you are looking at the after repair value, or trying to determine the after repair value. Once we have the after repair value, then we put a reasonable, we want to determine what that reasonable buy price is. So sometimes you can help with that, and sometimes it's difficult. But if there's any inside info as far as using a list price, or maybe it's a BPO price, or even if you or you're working with a listing agent that has an idea of what the property can be had for, we obviously want to know that data. And then we make an estimate of the improvement costs and what it'll cost to do the repairs on the property and remodel it. And I'll in another video I'll show you how we do that, but it's actually pretty simple. We usually, on a single family home, we just put $50,000 in for repair costs, and on a condo typically we're putting about $35,000 in there. And then you just run the math using our acquisition template, and if it makes sense, we want to write it, and if it doesn't, then maybe it's not a fit for us. So why would you want to work with SV Home? Well, the one thing is we'll close. So whether you have a listing or you find an opportunity, a new opportunity, the thing that we're not going to be that emotional buyer. We don't have a lot of contingencies. We do want to view the property. We want to walk every property that we purchase. We're not going to purchase it sight unseen. So we're really providing, whoever we work with is typically doing